Welcome to episode 268 of the Bry-Fy podcast. A lot of noise going on in my apartment. Son's in his room back there. He's watching YouTube videos and playing some of his games. Wife is in the shower, and I'm out here trying to get shit done. Today we are looking at New Avengers, the final issues of New Avengers leading into Secret Wars, which you will see all the images of that comic. Well, not all of them, but some highlights from those issues right here for your viewing pleasure, because let's face it, it's not fun to look at. Anyways, guys, let's just get right into it. We're looking at issues 24 through 33 of New Avengers leading up to the Secret War storyline. Where we left off, of course, Namor has split off from the Illuminati. He's decided, hey, I'm going to enlist all these bad guys to help me do bad things. Turns out that is a bad idea. Not just, because it's bad. Let's face it. They decide not only to kill worlds, which is bad in itself, okay? But they're like super enjoying it, of course, because they're evil people. And they're like murdering the shit out of people, like getting real extra with it. Namor's like, I don't know what to do. This is getting crazy out of hand. So he goes to Doom. And Doom's like, bitch, ain't nobody's second choice. So he just slaps Namor out of there. And it turns out Doom's actually working on his own shit, trying to solve the incursion crisis, because he's slowly figured out what's going on, and he's enlisting the help of Molecule Man, not Miracle Man. It's a miracle that Molecule Man makes it in this issue. No, he gets the help of Molecule Man to solve the incursion crisis that's happening right now. Of course, remember a long time ago when Thor, Hyperion, and a bunch of the ex-Nihili decided to shoot off across the multiverse to, I guess, solve the problem, figure out what's been going on. Well, now we're coming back to that. In fact, I think that happened in the Avengers comic, and now we're following up with New Avengers, because I don't remember it happened in New Avengers. There's a lot that happens and a lot of different things. And so they're getting to the bottom of one of the groups that is destroying Earths to save universes. Well, save universes, but killing Earths. And that's the priests, the dark priests or black priests, whatever you want to call them. I think they're dark priests. I can't remember. Anyway, they fight them and start doing okay, I guess. But as they're fighting, things are getting really crazy. It looks like that the black priests are going to turn the tide and defeat Thor and Hyperion and everyone else. But that's when the master shows up. That's when the leader of the priests shows up. And it turns out to be none other than Doctor Strange. What? So, yeah, if you don't remember, Doctor Strange kind of disappeared for a while to go get, Satan powers. And now he's the leader of the Dark Priests. Yeah, that's cool, right? So I guess they're not the actual bad guys. As it turns out, they're kind of, purposefully killing worlds in a way. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of a bad thing. But they're doing it to save universes. He's starting to see the big pictures of the thing is we can save billions upon billions upon billions of people, or trillions and trillions and trillions, huge numbers of other life forms out there in the universes if we just kill a few billion here on Earth. That's fine, right? I get it. I get where he's coming from, because big picture, people. So now what we know is that there's still two other groups that are out there. There's the Ivory Keens, which we later find out become is actually the Beyonders. And then there are the Raboom. God, I'm dying. The Raboom Alala. I think that's how you say Alala, which is actually who the Black Swan falls under. He recruits a bunch of different Black Swans, even though we have the one that our group found, but there's hundreds more, and they're doing the same thing. They're killing Earths to appease their god, their Raboom Alala. And so that's kind of how everything kind of plays out. You have the priests, Ivory Keens, and Raboom Alala, whatever the fuck. Anyway, so the Illuminati decides to team back up with the regular Avengers because shit's getting really real. They only got a few more Earth, like a couple dozen Earths left, so they're really trying to figure out. Or actually, I think by this point, it's only two Earths left: the 616 and the 1601, or the Ultimate Universe Earth. Those are the only ones that are really left, and at that time, that's when Hank Pym shows back up. Or I'm assuming it's Hank Pym, but it's Yellow Jacket is a superhero, but he can shrink and stuff, which Hank Pym kind of does. I guess Scott Lang does that too. But anyway, he shows up, and it turns out that he's found who's behind the Ivory Keens, and that's the Beyonders. And the Beyonders are like killing Celestials, gods. They even kill the Living Tribunal, who's like the head honcho of the multi-universe. So yeah, this is kind of serious that this shit is happening. And it turns out that it's really just cause they want to see what happens when all the multiverse dies. What happens after that? That's kind of like what their end game is just to kill everything because they had nothing better to do, man. So Doctor Strange decides to go finish off Raboom Alal because he's one of his main competitors, trying to, between him and the Ivory Keens, the factions, if you will, that are trying to kill Earths. And they end up falling into a trap. And it's only then that Stephen Strange discovers that who Raboom Alal actually is. It's Doctor Doom. But it doesn't make sense because in the story, like, this dude's been around for billions of years, like almost since the beginning of time. Like, what the hell? Well, it turns out with Doctor Doom and Molecule Man exists at like every point in time, place, and he's like everywhere. It's crazy, it's weird, but it's the loophole that Doctor Doom uses to go pretty much back in time and start his own religion Earth to, fix the incursion problem that's happening now in the present. So now that we know that the Black Swan, or Raboom Alal, is kind of on our side, and that the priests are kind of on our side, still doing really bad things, there's only one place left to go, and that's to take on the Beyonders. So Doctor Doom, Doctor Strange, and Molecule Man go on to take on the Beyonders, and everyone else is pretty much left to fight it out between Earth and the Ultimate Universe Earth. And then we go into Secret Wars. It's supposed to mean something, people. It's supposed to actually incite something within you. Anyway, though, I love it. Well, okay, now that I'm like really thinking about it, I don't really love it because, you get an answer, but it's not really a good answer. Like, not a good answer at all. Like, the multiverse is dying just cause we needed to. So the Beyonders are here, and they're killing everything, and that's why it's all happening. And the answer to that is, like, the answer to stopping them is that it doesn't happen. Hence, Secret Wars happens. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. Reading the New Avengers at least gave meaning to why all this is happening. Gives meaning to how the pieces are moving. Because when I read the Avengers, I didn't get any of that. I just got that it was all happening. So, pretty cool stuff. As far as I'm concerned, though, enjoyed it. I think you guys should definitely check it out, especially if you want to read up to Secret Wars, then that's something really good to check out. But that's going to be it for the comic books that I had to review for today. Definitely a positively charged comic, so check it out. And now we're going to continue on from YouTube onto the regular podcast with the Nifty Nerd News.